Some plants look beautiful at the garden center, but once you bring them home, they can become a serious problem. They may spread underground, damage walls, crowd out your vegetables, poison pets, or become almost impossible to remove. Before you plant anything new, watch this video until the end. Here are 15 plants you should think twice about growing in your garden. Some of these plants are restricted in certain countries, while others should only be grown inside strong containers. Always check the rules in your area before planting. Let us begin. Mint is useful, fragrant, and easy to grow. Unfortunately, it can quickly take over an entire garden bed. Mint spreads through underground stems. Even when you pull out the visible plant, pieces left beneath the soil can produce fresh growth. It can spread between vegetables, flowers, and pathways, making it difficult to control. Instead of planting mint directly in the garden, grow it in a large pot. Keep the pot on a hard surface or regularly check that its roots have not escaped through the drainage holes. Bamboo can create a beautiful privacy screen, but running bamboo can become a neighbor's nightmare. Its underground rhizomes may travel several meters away from the original plant. New shoots can appear in lawns, flower beds, pathways, and neighboring properties. Removing an established bamboo colony may require repeated digging and the removal of large sections of soil. Choose a clumping bamboo variety instead. You can also grow bamboo inside a strong container or install a proper underground root barrier. English ivy creates an attractive green covering on walls and fences, but it requires constant control. It can spread across the ground, climb trees, and cover other plants on old or damaged buildings. Its roots may enter cracks and make existing structural problems worse. Dense ivy can also hide damaged walls, pests, and moisture problems. A slower growing climber may be easier to manage. You could choose climbing roses or another locally suitable climbing plant. Wisteria produces spectacular hanging flowers, but it is an extremely vigorous climber. Its thick stems can twist around weak fences, railings, gutters, and drain pipes. When it is allowed to grow without regular pruning, it can become heavy enough to damage unsuitable supports. Wisteria is not a plant you should casually place beside a small fence or fragile wall. Grow it only when you have a strong pergola or another solid support, and be prepared to prune it regularly. Kudzu is an extremely fast-growing vine. In a suitable climate, it can spread over trees, buildings, abandoned structures, and open ground. Its heavy foliage blocks sunlight from reaching the plants beneath it. Once established, its large root system can make complete removal very difficult. Avoid planting kudzu. Choose a climber that is native or known to behave well in your region. Japanese knotweed is one of the most troublesome plants on this list. It spreads through underground rhizomes, and even small pieces of plant material may produce new growth. Established colonies form dense stands that crowd out other vegetation. In some countries, Japanese knotweed is regulated, and its contaminated soil and plant material must be handled carefully. Do not buy, share, move, or deliberately plant Japanese knotweed. When you suspect that it is growing on your property, contact an experienced local professional or the relevant environmental authority. Giant hogweed is not simply an aggressive plant. It can also be dangerous. The plant produces large leaves and tall white flower heads. Its sap can make skin extremely sensitive to sunlight and may cause serious skin injuries. Do not touch giant hogweed with bare hands. Keep children and pets away from it, and seek local professional guidance for its removal. This is one plant that should never be brought into a home garden. Himalayan balsam has beautiful pink flowers, but it spreads very easily. Its ripe seed pods burst when touched, throwing seeds away from the parent plant. It can form dense growth along damp ground, streams, and garden boundaries. These thick stands may crowd out smaller native plants. Do not deliberately plant Himalayan balsam, especially near waterways. Check your local invasive species rules before attempting to remove or dispose of it. Russian vine is sometimes called mile-a-minute vine, and the name gives you a warning. It grows rapidly and can smother shrubs, fences, sheds, and smaller trees. Once its stems become tangled through other plants, removing it without damaging them can be difficult. For a smaller garden, choose a gentler climber that will stay within its allotted space. Despite its beautiful name, the tree of heaven can become a serious garden problem. It grows quickly and produces numerous root suckers. New shoots may appear far from the original trunk, forming a spreading colony. Its roots may also interfere with nearby garden structures, while removing the main tree can encourage additional suckers to emerge. Choose a smaller, non-invasive shade tree recommended by a local nursery or horticultural service. Creeping Charlie, also known as ground ivy, forms low mats across lawns and garden beds. It spreads through creeping stems that root wherever they touch the soil. Small fragments left behind after pulling can begin growing again. It may compete with lawn grass and invade areas around flowers and vegetables. Avoid introducing it as ground cover. Use mulch or a less aggressive ground covering plant suited to your climate. The castor bean plant has dramatic leaves and an exotic appearance, but its seeds are extremely poisonous when eaten. This makes it a poor choice for gardens visited by young children, pets, or livestock. The fallen seeds may also be picked up by someone who does not understand the danger. For bold foliage without the same risk, choose a non-toxic ornamental plant recommended for family gardens. Oleander is a hardy flowering shrub commonly grown in warm climates. However, every part of the plant contains toxic compounds. Eating its leaves, flowers, or stems can cause serious poisoning in people and animals. Even fallen plant material should be kept away from pets and livestock. Oleander should not be grown where children or animals might chew plants. Consider a safer flowering shrub that performs well in your local climate. Foxglove produces tall spikes of beautiful bell-shaped flowers, and it can attract pollinators. However, all parts of the plant are poisonous when eaten. It may also spread through seeds and appear in unexpected parts of the garden. Foxglove should be avoided in areas where young children or pets play. Never use an unidentified garden plant as food, tea, or homemade medicine. Choose a non-toxic pollinator-friendly flower instead. Lily of the Valley looks small and harmless, with delicate white flowers and a pleasant fragrance. However, it spreads through underground rhizomes and can form dense colonies. More importantly, all parts of the plant are poisonous when swallowed, including its attractive berries. It is particularly unsuitable for gardens where children or pets may explore plants. Choose a safer shade-loving ground cover instead. Important final warning: a plant may behave differently depending on the climate, soil, and local environment. Some plants on this list, such as mint, bamboo, and wisteria, can be grown successfully when they are properly contained and maintained. Others, including Japanese knotweed, giant hogweed, and Himalayan balsam, may be legally restricted or require special disposal methods in certain countries. Before buying an unfamiliar plant, research 3 things. Does it spread through underground roots? Is it toxic to people or animals? Is it considered invasive where you live? Those 3 questions could save you years of garden problems. How many of these plants have you seen growing near your home? Tell us in the comments, and share this video with another gardener before they unknowingly plant something they will later regret. Subscribe for more practical gardening advice, natural plant care tips, and simple ways to create a healthy, manageable garden. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.